Mark, well done. A 4-1 win, but there were some tricky moments in there, especially in that last frame. How pleased you to get over the line?
Very pleased. I mean, the first frame was a little bit scrappy. After that, then I've put some good balls, made some good breaks. 3-0 up cruising on 44 on a red, and I'm thinking I'm going to make a big break here for 4-0. And I obviously knew it was tight. I thought I could pot it, but obviously I couldn't. And then the match changed. Then he cleared up with 80 odd and looked like he was going to be 3-2. Really, should have been 3-2. And I managed to pot a decent pink. If it goes 3-2, it's back to anyone's game. So I'm really happy to get that one out of the way.
You had a good run to the semi-finals last year here, but it was obviously a very different environment behind closed doors. How good is it to be back in front of fans, playing in front of your home fans? It's something you've been used to over your career, but you must have missed it a bit.
Oh yes, much better. I mean, just to play in a venue like this is a fantastic venue. It's huge, and it was good last year with no crowd. But this game needs a crowd, and now they're all back. It is 1,000 times better. We've been playing the last few tournaments with crowds as well now. So, but just to have them back, I mean, I think no sport is really that good without any crowds watching. I think the crowds are what brings the atmosphere and attention and get involved, so it's much better.
Yeah, I mean, you're famously a very laid-back character, but even for you, is it a little bit of a different mindset when you're playing in kind of home turf?
I don't think so, but maybe in the back of your mind, I think it could go for all the other Welsh players. We maybe try too hard if that's possible, I've thought of that for a few times. It's got to be a reason why no Welsh players have done any good. And maybe the pressure is too much for some of them, or maybe we just train a little bit too hard when you should just try and relax and enjoy it.
Well, you have been playing some fantastic stuff this season. Obviously, an amazing run at the Masters, and you had a close loss there, and then you had a very tricky loss against Ricky Walden as well at the Players' Championship. You said after that, in the aftermath, that you wondered whether your kind of bottle was as strong as it has been over your career, and whether that was fading away. Was that a spur of the moment reaction, or do you genuinely believe that?
No, I was just being truthful at the time. If you ask me now, it's gone a couple of months later, I'd probably still say the same. Yeah, I mean, I had a great chance to clear up with Ricky Walden, couldn't do it. Great chance to win the last frame against Robinson, couldn't get over that line. So you have to say, probably the bottle is going a little bit. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say it. It's just, the fact of life. There's no problem.
But overall, your game is. Overall your game is in a very good place. Do you feel quite, aside from that factor, quite kind of good going ahead in this business end of the season with the World Championship on the horizon and a big week here?
Yeah, I think if you take the whole season I've been in, obviously I've been unlucky to miss a few tournaments with COVID and all this. I think my form's been really good, solid, playing some really good stuff, and I was only one pot away from getting to the final of the Masters and could have won that. I could have been sat here as the third Masters title because you wanted 2 snuckers in the last frame. So that's fine margins on winning and losing in top class sport.
We've seen on social media you've been working away trying to formulate the hardest possible tip. I think you were saying you've kind of got there now, and I think you're going to maybe try and some of them are going towards charity. I think they're going on sale as well.
Yeah, I've just tested a new one out which is really good, and it's so hard, is unbelievable. If you don't like hard tips, don't get it. But I also do like the soft, medium, hard, and the extra what I'm using, and they're done by legends, and whoever buys it, because obviously I get money for every tip sold, but all my money I donate to the local hospice of the Valleys. So it's a great cause, and obviously if anyone buys one of my tips, they're not only getting a good tip, but they paying towards a good charity as well, and hopefully I can sell hundreds or thousands or whatever, and get that hospice as much money as they need in these difficult times.
A really good cause on the table for you again this week. It's Kurt Mappin up next. It'll be a tricky game, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, I haven't played him for a while. I've just got to carry on what I'm doing. I mean, apart from the last frame being scrappy, I played good again. I can't really say I didn't play any good. Bound to have a couple of scrappy games in every match, but I made a few good breaks. And if it wasn't for that one cock up and that, when I thought I could have pot that red, I could have been 4-0. I made a century in the last, So I just keep going the way I'm going, and if I think I can pot, I go for it, because what have we got to lose?
I think you were saying this year, it's 23 years since you last won this event. It'd be a great moment to try and put that right this week.
Well, look, 23 years and I'm still playing in the Welsh Open. I mean that's good enough for me in itself. If I can get any further, brilliant.
That's great to still have you here, Mark. Well done.
Thank you.